Very good morning, students. Before getting into the today's session, that's revision class 15, we'll see that what are the topics we have covered into a previous session, class 14. We have discussed about linked list, types of linked list, and also we have seen the operations of linked list. These are the topics which was being covered into a previous session. Now, let us see what are the topics which is going to be covered in the revision class 15. The same warning note for the students for all the revision classes. Note, this information is for the students not to skip the videos for the betterment of the students to understand the revision concepts. First, the previous theory classes of a particular topic was being covered. Those videos will be played and followed by that revision concept on the same topic will be carried out. Now, we'll see that what are the topics we are going to cover into today's session. Topics to be covered in revision class 15. Traversing a linked list, inserting a node at beginning of a linked list, inserting a node at end of the linked list, garbage collections, deleting an item from linked list, deletion of the first node, deletion of the last node, deletion of the node at the given position. These are the topics which you are going to cover in today's session.
This is an algorithm for traversing the linear array, linear linked list. Algorithm to traversal of your linked list. Now step 1 is having step 6. So step 1 I am giving P to start. Start will always have the address of your first node. I repeat, start will always have the address of your first node. So here I'll just write, for example, imagine I have 3 nodes. So I just try to insert the element 10, 20, 30. Last field is null. Now I am just creating a node. So this is your start. So start will always be having the address of your first node. So the next is your link field. So the first node's link field will be having address of the next node, and the second node's link field will be having the address of the third node. Node 1, node 2, node 3. So my elements are 10, 20 and 30. So what your start contains? Start contains the address of your first node, that I am giving it to P. So what my P contains? The address of the start. Okay, that is starting node. While P is not equal to null, process data of P. Till P becomes null, will be keep on processing the data of P. So what is your data? Here your data is 10, next your data is 20, next your data is 30. Till the link of your node becomes null, will be keep on doing the while loop. So what is your link of P? Your link of P here in the third node it is null. So here the while loop condition fails. Now P is equal to null, we end the while loop. Till P is not equal to null, will be keep on traversing. Now my pointer P, I have the starting address, I went to this node. Now I am visiting next node, next I am visiting third node. So third node's link of P. What is my P? My pointer is pointing here. So my link of P here it is null. So my P is null. P is not equal to null. Only this will process. If this condition phase will come outside the algorithm. Like this, we are just traversing the linked list. Okay, this is about the traversal of your linked list. So I'll tell you certain points. Okay, I'll tell you certain points while creating a linked list, while traversing the linked list, while inserting and deleting. You have to keep these points in your mind. Okay. So I'll just tell you few points. Please keep in your mind. While I told you by using structure how to create a node, by using a struct to area keyword, we are creating the structure for the node. So we have included two kinds of data members in your structure. One is your data field and next one is your pointer field, that is your link field. Your link has the address of the next node, your data field has the information. Now But before here, this is the algorithm to insert the element in the beginning of the node. See, this is your linked list. You can insert the node either in the beginning or in the middle at any given point of the position or at the end. There are three possible ways to do the insertion. One is at the beginning, next is at the ending, next is at the any given position we can insert the new node or the nodes which we have created. Now, before creating a node we have to keep these points in the mind. So once you create a node, see now I want to create a node by using the data structure called node. I created a node. Now I allocated the memory. After creating by using new operator after allocating a node, the first thing what we have to do is we have to fill the data field with the information. Now my new node is this one, so we have to fill the data field with the information. This is my new node. My new node information is 50. Here I have link. Okay, in the link field we have to link where it has to link. Now this is a new node I created. First we have to fill it with the information. Next give this address of the new node to the start and give the link field to the next node. Like this we can link a new node to the given linked list. Okay, now I'll just explain you, I'll just trace you. Before tracing I'll tell you this. See, I have a starting. Start will have the address of the first. So initially before I could add this new node, what will be present? It is like this. So okay, your start will be pointing to the first node. This is your first node, second node and the third node. Now I created a new node. Now I am going to create a new node. So what my node is, I am inserting the info field 50. Here I have the link field. So the link field I have here, this is my new node. This is my new node. So that is why they are creating P, that is new node. So data of P, num will be pointing to data of P, start will be pointing to link of P. So what they are telling, start is pointing to link of P. So your first node, start is pointing to your first node. I am removing this link. Okay. While inserting in the beginning, I am removing this link. I am pointing into the first node, and this link of P, I am giving it to start node, and this data field, this I am giving it to the next node. This data field I am giving it to the next node. I will remove this link. Now start is pointing. Now P is pointing to start. Now my node P is pointing to start. This is my new node. Initially new node is P. Now number, I am inserting number to data of P, that is 50. Now I am giving start to this link of P. Okay, and P I am giving it to start, and this link field I am linking it to the next node. Please try to understand. So inserting at the beginning, first I am going to create a new node. I am filling the data. So I am giving the link field to start. Next, this field I am giving it to the next node. That is how you are inserting the new node at the given position. Next we will see for deletion. Okay. Next we see the garbage collection. So when we encounter this name, so after inserting, when we delete the element, when we delete the memory, so there will be a lot of free space. Now that we need to manage. Now when garbage collection, when we encounter this name, when we have the delete option. When we encounter deletion, we will see what is garbage collection. This is a 1 mark question. What is garbage collection? Garbage collection, the technique of collecting the deleted space into free storage list is called as garbage collection. I repeat, the technique of collecting the deleting space into free storage list, we call that as a garbage collection, and the free storage space is, we call this as a pool of memory. It is a memory pool where we have a free storage, we have the unused memories will be there. So we call that as a free storage list. Okay, so deleting the item from the linked list, I told you how we are going to insert, as well as in inserting also we have three conditions, like inserting at the beginning, inserting at the given position, and inserting at the end. Even in the deletion we have the same criteria. We have deletion of the first node, deletion of the last node, deletion of the node at the given position. Here I have shown you the deletion. Now I have start, I have node 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to delete at the beginning. When I want to delete, so you have to first remove the starting address or the link field of this, you will just now start has to point to the second node. So this is your node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. Since you are going to remove the first node, always the start will be pointing to the address of the first node. So hence you are going to delete this one's address, the second node's address. When you link it to the start, now your second node will become first node, this will become 2, this will become 3, and this node gets deleted. Since you have removed the link, this will become an unused memory space that will be collected in the when you use the delete operation, the garbage collection function call, when you call, that will be available in the free storage. You free this memory. Okay, now how I am going to delete from the beginning? I repeat, the starting address you are giving it to the second node. So that is how the first element, the first node gets deleted. Now when I want to delete at the end, what we have to do? Now I want to delete at the end. Just make, see, I want to delete at the end always, this is my last node. I want to delete this node. If I want to delete my last node, so what I do? So I just make the last second node to null. So your last node will be deleted. X means here it represents null. When I point the last node to null, that means this gets deleted. So the element is removed at the last. Here the element is removed at the beginning. So even at any given point of time, see now you want to delete, you have some 5 nodes in your linked list, you want to delete the third node. If you mention the position at that particular point of time, that node will be at that particular position, that node will be removed. So this is about how to delete at the first, how to delete at the last, how to delete in between, how we have discussed for insertion. Similarly we have seen for deletion. Now we see the algorithm how to delete an element at the beginning. Now this is the algorithm for deletion. So I have start. Now I have the linked list. I have 20. I have the elements 30, 40. I have 50. This is my last node. How I am getting to know that is my last node? I am just attaching null in the link field, so that is my last node, that is understood, and this is my starting. Okay. Now I want to remove at the beginning. I want to remove this. So what I should do? So print the data. Give the link of P to start free P. Now if I want to delete this, now I should give the link. I should delete this. I should give the link to your second node. So that is how now this free of P will just remove this thing. It will be removed. After it will be collected in your garbage collection or in the free pool, in your memory pool, where we have unused memories. All this because now the link is being linked, given to the next node, will not have any link. With your first node. Okay, why? Because you removed the link and you have attached to the second node. So this is the node which you have deleted. This will be available in the memory. Later it will be collected in your garbage collection, or it will be as it is. The node will be lost. Why? Because we are not having any link with the first node. The node will be lost in your memory space. Okay. We have a starting, so I have deleted the element in the beginning. So once I delete, as I told, it will be lost in your memory space. So P is equal to start, print data of P, link of P, I am giving it to start. Now I just freed my first node. So from the beginning I deleted. Similarly we can delete at the end. However, I told you we can delete at the end also, we can delete. For example, I want to delete this node, so I make this 40 as null. Before it was having the link of 50. Now if I place here X are null. So that means this last node will be deleted. Even at the given position, if you want any node will be deleted to be deleted, you can delete. So this is about the end of linked list. So I'll just give you assignment questions. I'll just put it on the board, or I'll put it on the PPT. You just, once you come, you just bring your assignment questions. So this is end of linked list. We'll see in the next session. Thank you. Good morning students, welcome back to the online classes. So in today's session we will discuss about the continuation of linked list. In last session we discussed about the definition of linked list, and we have seen the definition, types of linked list, operations, as well as the operators. Okay. So in today's class we will see how to we'll see most of in today's session, most of the time we'll spend in discussing the algorithm. So we first in the regular class, what algorithm I discuss is traversing in the linked list, traversing around the linked list. I've explained the algorithm. After that, when I want to insert an element into a linked list, there are three ways. Okay, one, inserting at the beginning, inserting at the end, then inserting at the given position, any position. If you mention the position, at any given position a node can be inserted. Okay, I repeat, there are three ways of inserting an element into a linked list. One is at the beginning, next is at the ending, and we can insert anywhere even in between. At the given position we can insert the element. Okay, so this algorithm I have already discussed, inserting a node at the beginning of the linked list. So in today's session I just explain in detail how to insert a node at the end of the linked list. Even this I have discussed, only this I haven't discussed, inserting a node at the given position. So in today's class I just discussed these two algorithms in concern with the case of insertion. Okay, next we'll see deletion. Okay, deletion is also same, deleting a node at the beginning, deleting a node at the end, then deleting a node at the given position. Okay, so there are 6 algorithms you have to keep in mind. One is at the beginning, next is at the end, and the third one is inserting a node at the given position. Now in the board I have written for you the algorithm to insert at the end. Okay, this is an algorithm to insert an element at the end, element or the item at the end. Okay, so when we consider a linked list, first it starts with a start node. So we know that a start will contain the address of the first node. Okay, the first node address will be present in your start. So this is the beginning. So we have a node, imagine I have inserted 10. Next I have inserted 20. Okay, imagine I have only 2 nodes. I have maintained it as null. Okay, now I want to insert the element at the end. Okay, so identify the last node. How will you identify the last node? It's very simple. How will you identify the last node? The last node link field will be null. When the last node link field is null, we assume that we get into a conclusion that we have reached the end of the linked list. Okay, so what we will do? We have a start. P is pointing to start. While P is not equal to null, then what we'll do? Next of P, that will be pointing, next of P will give it to P. Okay, next of P will give it to P. Then we end the while we end the while loop. Next new node will give it to N. Then item we want to insert into the data field. Then link field will be null. Then N will be linked to link of P. Then return. So I'll just tell you what all these things are. P is a pointer. So we'll start initially from here. The P pointer starts initially from here. So we'll be keep on checking. First node when I take, is it null? No, it is not null. It is pointing some. Imagine I take one more node too. Okay. So I have 30. This is not null. So here the node is null. So I'll be traveling here. Whether this node or link field is null? No. Okay, when I reach here 30 here, the link field of this node is null. That means when I reach the link field is equal to null, that means I reach the end of the linked list. Okay, end of the linked list. So what I'll do? So I'll take a new node. To the new node, what I'll do? I'll add 40 and this I'll point to null, and this link I'll remove. This is not null. So what I'll do? I'll just give this link to a new node. Okay, so now my new node, I have inserted the element as well as I made it to null, but the last node ones which I identified, I just linked that to the new node. Okay, this is your new node. This is your new node. See here, your link of N, I am giving it as null. Data of N, I am inserting into a node. So what is N? N is nothing but your new node. I repeat, N is nothing but your new node. Your item will contain the data, that is 40. Your link of N is nothing but null. Then I will give it to the link of P. The new node link, I will give it to this link of P. See these 3 statements. What is N? N is nothing but here your new node. N is nothing but your new node. So new node I inserted the element 40 and the link field to null. That is about these 2 statements. Finally what I do? This new node I will give it to link of P. New node I am giving to link of P. Then I am returning. Okay, this is a simple algorithm. First what we have to do? We have to identify whether the P is equal to null. If P is equal to null, they are not equal to null. If P is equal to null, that means we have reached the end of the linked list. So what we will do? P is not equal to null. Till then we will be traversing. Okay, we will be keep on traversing the linked list. So when P equal to null, what we will do? We just end and we have identified that P is equal to null. That time what we will do? We will create a new node. New node we insert the data as well as the link. Then what we will do, this link of P, the new node I will give it to link of P. Okay, this is about an algorithm to insert at the end. Okay, next we will see inserting a node at the given position. So students, next we will discuss, I told you we have to insert an element at the given position. This is an algorithm to insert an element at the given position. So we have start, and here I am doing initialization. So what I am initializing, I need to keep a count. Why? Because I am telling you the position at that particular position you need to insert the item correctly. Okay, you need to insert the node correctly. So what I do, first I will initialize count is equal to 0, and I will be start, I will give it to a pointer called P1. While P1 is not equal to null, what I will do, count is equal to count plus 1. So what is the meaning of this? See, imagine I have a node, see I have a start. Okay, here I have start. I have nodes like this. Okay, 10, 20, 30. Okay, null. 40. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So I want to insert a new node. Okay, imagine I have 30. So I want to insert a new node at 0, 1, 2 at position 2. So what I do, I check P1 pointer is used to check whether the end of the node is reached. If it reaches to the end, what we will do? If it's equal to null, what does it mean? That means we have reached the end of the linked list. Okay. So if this condition fails, every time what we will do? If this condition fails, y will end. I repeat, if this condition fails, like P equal to null, that means we have reached the end of the linked list, will come outside the y. If it's not equal to null, we will have a count will be incremented. P1, link of P1, I'll give it to P1. If position is equal to 1, what does it mean? So I told you there are 3 ways of inserting. If position is equal to 1, that means we are inserting at the beginning. Okay, that means we will call, there will be a function called for inserting an element at the beginning. Why? Because when position is equal to 1, we want to insert at the beginning. So this we are not concerned with. Why? Because this we already discussed. Next, if position is equal to end, what we will do? We are inserting the element at the end that we have discussed in the last algorithm. See, this is the position is equal to end. If position is equal to count plus 1. If position is equal to count plus 1, we have reached the end, so we will call the end function called routine. Okay, we are inserting at the end. See here what we will do, we will check for the position. If position is less than or equal to count, okay, imagine my position is 2. Okay, if position is 2, if it should be less than or equal to count, that time what I will do, start I will give it to P1, then I have a for loop, for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to position, next of P1, I will have a P1 pointer, then we have a for loop here. Okay, before that we are here, this routine is for creating. Even in the last class I told you, this is to create a new node. How to create a new node? We have a new node, I will create P2. Imagine this is your P2, new node I am creating. New node I am creating, I am inserting the element 30. So data, imagine I have inserted 30 and link of P1. Okay, so where I want to insert at that particular position, I want to give this link. Okay, imagine my P1 if it's pointing here. Okay, this P2 I want to insert it. Why? Because 0, 1, 2 at this position I want to point. So I remove this link. So the link will be given like this. Okay, I remove this link and will link to. Okay, so why? Because I am mentioning the position as 2. So I want to insert the element at the given position. So P2, what I will give, link of P1 I will give it to link of P1 I will give it to P2. Then P2 I will give it to P1. I repeat, this is only for creation. This is I am linking. Link of P2. P1, so I told you what is P1 and P2. Link of P1 I am giving it to P2 and P2's link I am giving to the last node. Link of P1 I am giving to P2 and P2 I am giving to the last node. This is how we insert the element at the given position, and then hence we will print it as an invalid position and we will return. Okay. So I repeat, there are 3 ways in this algorithm. We have to check 3 things. One is we are inserting at the beginning. Next we are inserting at the end. This routine is to insert at the given position. Okay. So what we will do here, we will add the elements And we have to check, isn't it, whether the for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to the position, then next of P1 I will give it to P1. Why? Because this I need to check whether this is my position or this is my position or this is not my position. Till I reach my position 0, 1, 2, my position is 2, I will wait once I reach the position. So I created the node, that node's link. Now this P1's link I will give it to P2, P2's link I will give it to the last node. Okay. So this is how the algorithm works. Okay. So next, this is about inserting an element. Next, we'll see the algorithm for deletion. Now we'll see the algorithm for deletion. So in the regular class, I've already explained to algorithm how to delete the element at the beginning and how to delete the element at the given position. This we'll see how to delete the element at the end. Okay. At the end, we are going to delete the element. Okay. So this is also here. Also we have the same logic. So what we will do? Imagine this is your linked list. Okay. This is your start. This is your start. I have a node. You have a node. Imagine I have inserted 10, 20, and 40. Okay, this is null. Okay, now I want to delete the element which is present at the end. Okay, which is present. So this is my end node. How to know whether that is the end of your linked list? The link field of the last node is null. We call that is the end of the linked list. Okay, while link of P2 is not equal to null. So what I do? From start I will give it to P2. So link of P2 if it's not equal to null, P2's link I will give it to P1. Then link of P2 I will give it to P2. Link of P2 I will give it to P2. Okay, then it ends here. Then print data of P2. Then null we are giving to link of P1. Then we are seeing P1. So what we have to do is, imagine I want to delete the element which is present here. Okay. So what I should do here, what I am checking, so I will have to maintain 2 pointer. Okay, P1 for P2 pointer, P2 pointer will be starting here. I will give it to start. So P2 again I will give it to P1. Then link of P2 I will give it to P2. So when this condition will fail, till when this condition will become false, till we reach the end of the linked list, it becomes true. Once we reach this condition fails, at that time what we will do? We'll delete the last node. We'll delete this last node. Then we'll put null here. So this link is deleted. We'll delete the last node. So what we will do later on, we will print the data of P2 and null we are giving to link of P1. So here we have to attach null. Here we have to attach null. So this is your link of P1. Link of P1 will be having null. So next what we will do after giving that, we will delete this. We will delete this last node. After giving this as null, once we give this as null, there won't be link from this node to this node. Okay, so it means that we are obviously free in the last node. Once we reach, so the logic is very simple. We need to identify the last node. Once the last node is identified, the previous node we will make it as null. Once this field becomes null, obviously it is not going to point to your last node. Okay, so that is the logic. So after that, once this is done, we are going to free P1, then we stop. Okay. So this is about how to delete the element at the end. So remaining concepts we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.
Assignment questions for today's session. In today's topic, which we have covered, it is based on only 5-mark questions. Let us see what are the questions for today's session. Write an algorithm for traversing. Write an algorithm for inserting node at the beginning of a linked list. Write an algorithm for inserting a node at the end. Fourth question, write an algorithm for inserting a node at a given position. Fifth question, what is garbage collections? Sixth question, write an algorithm to delete an item from first node. Seventh question, write an algorithm to delete an item from the last node. Eighth question, write an algorithm to delete an item from the given position. These are the questions based on today's session. Thank you, students. We'll see you in next session. Thank you.